What tools and instruments did plague doctors use? Have you ever wondered what tools and instruments plague doctors used during the medieval period? These medical practitioners had a unique set of items that reflected their understanding of disease and protection. Let's take a closer look at the fascinating equipment they relied on. One of the most recognizable tools was the bird-like beaked mask. This mask, often made of leather and sometimes waxed, featured glass eyepieces and a beak about 15 centimeters long. The beak was filled with aromatic herbs, dried flowers, spices, or even a vinegar sponge. This design aimed to filter the air the doctor breathed, based on the belief that bad air caused illness. Plague doctors also wore long, ankle-length overcoats made from linen or goat leather. These coats were sometimes waxed or oiled to prevent any contagion from seeping through. The coat covered the entire body and was paired with gloves, boots, and a wide-brimmed leather hat that signified their profession. This entire outfit functioned like a hazmat suit, protecting them from direct contact with infectious bodily fluids and fleas, which were later identified as carriers of the plague. In addition to protective clothing, plague doctors carried wooden canes. These canes served multiple purposes. They allowed doctors to examine patients without making direct contact, pointed out areas needing attention, and kept bystanders at a safe distance. The cane was also useful for safely removing the clothing of plague victims. For treatment, plague doctors practiced bloodletting and applied remedies such as frogs or leeches to buboes, which are swollen lymph nodes caused by the plague. These methods were based on the medical theories of the time, which focused on rebalancing bodily humor. Plague doctors also played a role in record-keeping. They compiled public records of plague deaths and sometimes performed autopsies to gain a better understanding of the disease. The contents of the beaked mask were just as interesting. The aromatic herbs included lavender, peppermint, camphor, cloves, and myrrh. These were believed to counteract the evil smells associated with the disease. The full plague doctor costume, complete with the beaked mask, is most reliably documented from the 17th century, especially during outbreaks in Italy and France. Earlier medieval doctors may have worn simpler protective clothing but did not necessarily have the elaborate beaked mask. From an archaeological standpoint, the attire and tools of plague doctors representing an early form of personal protective equipment. They illustrate how societies attempted to manage epidemic diseases with the medical knowledge available at the time. So, the next time you think of plague doctors, remember their unique tools and instruments that were designed to protect them and treat the sick during one of history's most challenging periods.